You chase an idea all day, and it finally shows up while you rinse shampoo. Why here? There's a real brain reason it avoids your desk, and it's not magic. At the desk, you squeeze harder. Emails ping, timers tick, attention stays locked on the problem. That grind helps execution, but it often blocks the looser thinking insights need. Switch to a boring, automatic task. Dishes, shower, strolling. And your attention loosens on its own. With fewer demands, your mind can wander, pulling in memories and half ideas you weren't holding. Neuroscientists describe a default mode network that ramps up when outside demands are low. It supports mind-wandering and loose, internally generated thought, the raw material for original connections. In experiments, a truly easy task during a break improved creative answers on earlier problems. Demanding breaks, or no break, helped less. Suggesting incubation works when attention isn't hogged. Right before an insight, the brain briefly gates down outside input, like dimming a noisy room. Then a right temporal burst helps bind distant associations, and the idea snaps into place. When attention loosens, far-flung bits of memory can collide into a fresh pattern. That collision is the spark. You suddenly see how two unrelated ideas fit the same puzzle. Then, your brain's control network steps in, testing the idea's fit and tossing weak links. Creativity isn't pure daydream. It's DMN making options, control pruning and shaping them. Warm water, privacy, and comfort can lift mood and reduce interruptions that hijack attention. Positive mood tends to loosen thinking. Some researchers link that to dopamine, though evidence is indirect. Interruptions reset your train of thought. Each ping can yank you back to the surface. A closed-door shower removes most pings, giving wandering thought a longer runway. Humans drift a lot. Studies suggest minds wander during a large share of waking life. That ever-present stream supplies remote associations your desk focus kept out of reach. So it isn't water that's special. It's low demand, privacy, and a decent mood. Any brief, boring, interruption-free task can invite insights when you stop trying to force them. Start by choosing a truly automatic filler task. Folding, rinsing, strolling, almost no decisions or skills needed. If the task keeps grabbing focus, it's too demanding. Insight needs spare bandwidth to wander. Keep the break short and light, enough to unhook attention without losing the thread of the problem. You're aiming for a reset, not a vacation. Stop before boredom turns into full distraction. Briefly load the question first. Remind yourself what you're stuck on. Then release it during the easy task. That preloading gives the wandering mind something useful to recombine. Capture the spark fast. 2 or 3 words are enough to retrieve the shape later. You protect working memory and hand the idea to future you for proper testing. Incubation isn't guaranteed. Results vary by task and problem, and sometimes wandering feels less pleasant. Use it as a tool, not a cure-all. Helpful often, unhelpful occasionally. Your portable recipe. Pick an easy, private task. Preload the question. Take a short break. Capture the spark. You've engineered the shower effect anywhere, without waiting for hot water. Pick a reliable cue for a tiny, low-demand break. Kettle boiling, printer spooling, elevator waits, a short hallway stroll. Pair that cue with your portable recipe so the break happens automatically, not only when you remember. Protect that window. Silence non-urgent alerts so your break isn't chopped into fragments. Fewer alert jolts mean cleaner, longer drift for inner thought to roam. Choose a gentle walk over phone scrolling. Low input invites inner trains of thought to keep rolling. Endless feeds add fresh noise that competes with the quiet state you're aiming for. At the desk, lower input briefly. Gaze at distance, or close your eyes for a moment to quiet the channel. That short hush can support the pre-insight calm without leaving your chair. Skip this method during vigilance jobs. Driving, ladders, sharp tools. Safety eats first. Reserve wandering for harmless contexts where pausing or drifting won't raise risk. Return with your cue words and run a quick check. Does this idea actually fix the stuck part? Wandering proposes. Control disposes. Then you ship the workable version. Make capture effortless. Keep a pen, sticky, or voice note within arm's reach after your break. Lower friction beats willpower. The smaller the step, the more sparks survive re-entry. Give each idea a 2-minute check. Does it solve the stuck piece, and is it usable soon? If yes, draft a tiniest next step. If no, archive and move on. Comfort helps, but too cozy drifts towards sleep. Insights like relaxed, not drowsy. Aim for light warmth and short duration, so attention loosens without switching. Off. Nothing? Swap to a different easy task. Wipe a counter, fold a shirt, water a plant. Small context changes refresh wandering content and can unstick stale associations. People share tiny epiphanies for a reason. Off-task moments routinely surface clever connections. Treat them as drafts, not commandments. They still need testing before they earn trust. The pattern holds. You let go, ideas meet, control refines, and a workable fix emerges. Next, build simple cues into team workflows so insight windows appear even on deadline days. Agree on simple team triggers for a short, low-demand pause. Refills, file exports, room changes. Shared cues set expectations so no one mistakes a 1-minute wander for slacking. At the start of a discussion, take a quiet moment to jot stray connections before the chatter scatters them. Brief solo notes protect fragile insights. Then the group can evaluate together. Block a tiny buffer after meetings to translate sparks into next steps. Without a buffer, ideas evaporate into the inbox surge before control tests them. Give your day a noise budget. One patch with no feeds or music, just a gentle chore. That guaranteed quiet slot keeps a path open for mind wandering to do its job. Under deadline, the reflex is to grind, but a tiny undemanding pause can restore clarity faster. Trade 60 seconds for direction, then move immediately with the best usable idea. Use a shared, lightweight inbox for sparks, routing them to owners during normal planning. Wandering supplies options. Your system decides where they go without derailing schedules. Here's the partnership. Wandering proposes candidates, then goal-driven control tightens them into something workable. Early exploration is loose. Later, criteria lock in and shape the idea that actually ships. You already have ample raw material. Minds drift often even when you're not chasing ideas. Give that stream a safe corridor, and it feeds connections your focused mode screened out. Reviews find bigger creative gains when the in-between task is truly easy, not demanding. Light cognitive load seems to leave room for older problems to recombine in the background. A shower insight isn't laziness. It's a deliberate pause that lets filters drop briefly. Avoidance hides from work. This pause returns with a clearer route back into it. Counterintuitive truth. The moment you stop gripping the problem, useful structure often appears. Step away on purpose. That's the switch many desks never allow. Keep it simple. Choose a low-input task, pair a cue, short pause, tiny capture, quick test. That's your dinner table line for why shower ideas happen, and how to spark them anywhere. At the sink, remind yourself of the question, then let your hands work while thoughts roam. When a link appears, write a tiny cue so it survives the shift back to work. During a hallway walk, hold the question lightly and let attention unspool for a minute. Back at your desk, write a one-sentence test to check if that link truly helps. In the shower, keep input low, no phone, simple routine, so wandering has space to recombine. Capture as you step out, then evaluate. Warm privacy helps, but quiet, not liquid, does the heavy lifting. If you can't step away, dim the screen and be still for a breath of time. Quieting input briefly can reveal a next step you missed while pushing hard. Skip demanding fillers, word games, or inbox sprints because they hog the bandwidth wandering relies on. Choose deliberate boredom. Let generation breathe, then evaluate after the pause. Run a tiny trial tonight. Pair doing dishes with a cue and a ready capture place. When a spark lands, carry a single sentence test into tomorrow's focus block. Here's the punchline you can tell a friend. Stop chasing, lower input, let drift, then test quickly. Your desk does delivery, your breaks do discovery. The partnership that turns sparks into solutions. Run the tiny experiment, then share your best off desk insight in the comments for others to steal kindly. Subscribe for more Pocket, science explainers that turn brain mechanics into everyday tools you can draw and use.